Welcome back to my channel, artists. Today we'll be making clay pinch pots. For a pinch pot, you'll notice step number one is I'm rolling a sphere. So I'm going to take the clay and I'm going to kind of pound out the corners and roll it into a nice even ball or sphere shape. Step number two, pinch a bowl. For step number two, I'm going to take my thumb and I'm going to go inside, not all the way through, just down a little bit, and I'm going to pinch around. I'm not squeezing. Notice that the edge of my bowl shape is nice and thick, about the width of my finger, and I'm going to continue pinching. As I'm pinching, I'm not pinching the top to try to squeeze it super thin. I'm actually pinching towards the bottom to kind of open up the space of that jar. Step number three is to smooth your bowl. My bowl is a little lopsided and has lots of lumps. You can use whatever tool is easiest for you. Here you can see I'm using a clay tool. Later I will smooth it with my hands. You want to just make sure that your finished bowl looks as nice and smooth and perfect looking as you can make your jar. Continue to gently work on it, fixing the texture and the bumps and rolling it out into a nice even bowl. Step number four is an optional step. You're going to stamp a pattern. Take some clay tools and you can draw or stamp in a pattern across your artwork. You'll notice I'm doing some lines in here, drawing them with my tool. Later I can go back with that wooden piece and stamp some circles. You can stamp on the inside of your bowl, but because our bowls are going to be made for putting in food and things like that, I don't like them to be very rough on the inside. So I'm going to keep my stamped pattern in the classroom. If you're working with us, we're going to keep that stamp pattern to the inside of the outside of our jar and keep the inside nice and smooth. If you are working with us here in the classroom, on step four, you're going to carve your initials very gently with that wooden tool. Have your teacher or yourself write the first letter of your first name and the first letter of your last name, your initials, so that we know which class you are in and what your name is, so we can get the artwork back to you. I hope you have enjoyed making art with us today. What will you create?